One hook style that has revolutionized certain aspects of our fishing in shallow water is dependent on the weighted swim bait hook. The weight on the hook shank acts as a keel to keep baits running straight and gliding tantalizingly and true. The Havoc grass pig and the gulp shrimp work well for redfish, and they work just as well for largemouth bass and smallmouths too, for that matter. No surprise then that when pike push shallow, with a bit of rigging refinement, the combination of soft bait and weighted hook causes pike to attack with abandon.
So here we are with pike and the weighted swim bait hook. I mean, we've caught just about everything on those hooks. It's one of the systems you gotta have going for you. So we're gonna show you a little bit about doing it with pike. He's still a little bit green, wasn't he?
Oh yeah.
Wow, what a fish. They are something.
Nice big beauty gator.
Wow, man.
Got that swim bait right back in the
And that's what happens. It's just instinctive. They eat that and they know that they can shake it out better up above the surface than below the surface because of all the water pressure. So up they're coming when they swallow a bait like that. And that's the beauty of that single hook too, with no barb.
Yeah, nice and easy on these fish.
You'd think that one might have been a danger, but it's not in the gills at all.
Here it comes.
Here we are. What a fish. 44 inches probably, huh?
Yep. Not a bad way to start.
I should say, 10 casts into the day. So here's what we're talking about. So Sebile Magic Swimmer, articulated swim bait, and then of course what we're going to be illustrating is the weighted swim bait hook. So this is a wide gap trocar right here. This is a 9/0 hook. It's got a 1/2 ounce of lead on the shank right here. And the other thing that we're going to show you a little bit later on is that's got a keeper cylinder right here that screws into the head of the bait. And then of course the hook goes right through the back. We'll show you how to do that in just a second too. The Sebile actually has a groove in it right here where the hook point rests, so you can fish it through weeds very, very nicely, and that's one of the great advantages, of course, of
especially this time of year, right?
You bet. And so coming through the water, the articulation, you got a nice swimming action. Oh, that one feels a little better. Boy, they slice the water. I love the way they pull. They are so fast. Fish. Just an inspiration. Make you smile. They are something. Nice. Wow, there's some fish. Unbelievable. They are mean, mean, mean. And that'll be the next thing. We'll show them how we're rigging those swim baits. Right. So that's
that comes.
That's that. Into a different bait, as you can see. Now, thick.
Nice, big,
thick,
beautiful fish. Look at the shoulders on that thing. Just a nice, healthy northern.
And some of them, you know, they got a little bit longer snouts, but this is a real shorty right here. Beautiful fish. All right, back we go, and we'll talk swim baits. Well, I'm fishing anyway the slim shad right now, and any of these soft baits will work in this situation, so let's deconstruct it. So the hook comes out right like that. Just take that right off there, and you can see we described it before, wide gap, and there's that keeper ring. That goes right in the center of the head. There's a little sticker on there to start it, and just twist it all the way in till you get it all the way up there, right like that. The way that you tell where to put the actual hook through so it's riding perfectly straight on top of the bait is to put your fingernail right in back of the shank of the hook right there. So then just straight through the center of the bait, straight out the top in the center. That's laying perfectly flat along the top of the bait like that. So it's going to ride beautifully, it's going to have a beautiful action through the water, and it's going to come through cover just beautifully. There we go. That could be a good one. It's no small one, that's for sure.
I didn't get a look at him.
Oh, man.
Oh, no, he's right here, he's right here. Yeah, he's right at you.
There? Oh, it's a big fish, too.
Came right at you.
Yep. I would have to say these are the hardest fighting pike that I've seen in a long time. Oh, come on. No, 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 no. Easy does it there, buddy. Okay, here we go. He knows that net now. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That's a smart fish.
All right, here we go.
Into the net.
There he is.
And a nice one it is. Wow, that was fun.
Right on the edge of that, yep.
Wow, yeah, beautiful. So we'll talk the spinner next. Oh, they are just spectacular. Nicely done. Beautifully marked, and they're just immaculate too. I keep that word always comes to mind for me with pike, because the spotting on beautiful fish like that.
Beautiful, healthy, not a mark on her.
All right, and we caught that one on another bait that I want to show you here. Back we go, and we'll talk one more kind of option here. So the key here is you've got number 5 Mepps blade right here, and you're just removing what's ever behind that blade. So if it's a treble hook or whatever it happens to be, and onto that split ring you're adding, this happens to be a number 5 aught weighted swim bait hook. And the key here is, again, you can add any kind of the soft plastic that you want to here. So here we're back to the Sebile. And this is the real secret. That weight on the wide gap hook makes this keel down and holds it straight in place when you're taking it through the water, so there's no spinning going on.
Yeah, the beautiful thing about this bait, you get the best of both worlds. You get a little bit of flash like you would get with a spoon, but you also have the ability to fish it a little slower, and it comes through the weeds nice like those soft plastics.
Absolutely.
By now, you have a feeling for the fishing. Trout Rock Lodge, a short float plane flight southwest of Yellowknife on Great Slave Lake in the Northwest Territories, is a pike fishery of the highest order. Here, archipelagos create miles and miles of prime shallow pike habitat. The fish can get old and grow to prodigious proportions. Fish after fish after fish. Trout Rock Lodge is a big pike destination unequaled.
I'll tell you what, the lodge is awesome, the country is awesome, some of the best pike country I've ever seen, absolutely. And the fish are just incredible. So thank you very much. Absolutely one of the greatest pike fisheries on the face of the earth right here.
Big fish territory.